Oh, there we go. What's up, guys? How's everybody doing? There we go. Okay, I got it. Sorry about that. I had my wrong button pushed over here. So, let's try that. There we go. Now we're set. Trying to get everything in position here because I wasn't doing what I needed to be doing. So, what is going on, everybody? I know JRoc just dropped a comment. He's got to go to church, so he's not joining us tonight. And today I'm throwing down with what was one of my dad's favorite recipes. My dad loved mofongo, so I'm going to make some mofongo, which is a Puerto Rican dish. It's a staple. A lot of Puerto Rican dishes, like, you can only get in, you can't get in the touristy areas, like relleno de papa, acupuria, stuff like that. But mofongo is something that you can get even in the very touristy areas. So, like, if you head out to San Juan, if you're in Puerto Rico, you're gonna get mofongo. They'll do mofongo a lot with like mofongo and steak, mofongo and shrimp, mofongo and whatever. It's made with a lot of stuff, but like growing up, my dad's family was poor, honestly, and so I want to watch my show. What show? But anyways, my dad's family was poor, and like so, mofongo was a staple of their diet. It would be mofongo and what am I trying to say? Mofongo and beans, just or mofongo and rice, things like that. Simple dishes, not a lot to them. So we're gonna throw down today. I'm gonna make some mofongo. We're gonna go over, as usual, some of the recipes I have coming up, things like that. Yes, I have my November mustache growing in, 2 weeks in, and it's a pretty complete mustache already. But let's go ahead. We're gonna throw down, start cooking this one. We'll just have a little bit of fun, a little chit chat along the way. So, anyways, here we go. We're gonna go ahead and first, I like my mofongo with some bacon. You don't need bacon in yours. It's not a. You can do this completely without the bacon. I like it. It adds a little bit of flavor. So, and I mean, come on, Puerto Ricans, we have a pork highway. So anytime we can add more pork into something, why not, right? So I'm gonna get my bacon into some nice little bits, throw it in the pan. We'll start frying it up. And while that's frying up, I'll start, do a little chit chat, work on a few other things. Let's get this going here. Now I want to move this because I don't want my cord to, so I'm going to move this over just a little bit because I don't want my cord near that. There we go. So next week, Thanksgiving, who's making what? Who's hosting? Fave movie go. My favorite movie. Well, I mean, isn't it obvious? I mean, comic book geek. So it's probably got to be like Avengers Infinity War. Something like that. Or I have my cheesy movie I love to go to that everybody hates. I love The Big Hit. An old, 90s movie with Mark Wahlberg that everybody hates. They think it's terrible, and I love it. One of my favorite, cheesy, no-brainer action movies where you don't have to pay attention to anything. Okay, there we go. Let's get this bacon going. Like I said, there we go. Get that going. Now, while the bacon goes, I'm going to start prepping my life as a zucchini. That's been your thing this week. You've been all about my life as a zucchini. So my plantains, the store didn't have as green of plantains as I like. Usually you want a nice, deep green plantain. Yeah, I liked a rom-com. What did we watch? The Ugly Truth? Was that it? With Gerard Butler. So to prep my plantains, I'm going to go ahead, cut off the end. They don't peel easily like a banana. So I'm going to give it a score right down one of the spines there. And we'll just peel this off. If it's difficult to peel, you could stick a spoon under there and get it. And then we'll just chunk these in about 1-inch sections. And like I said, I'm just kind of getting things prepped while my bacon cooks because I need a little bit of that bacon grease. And again, usually I would have a much more green plantain, but being up here in Chicago, I don't always have the, the Chicago suburbs now, I don't always have the best selection of really good plantains. So, how about you, Neil? What is your favorite rom-com? There we go. Oh, I'm losing it. There we go. And one more. So, roughly, one plantain is going to be roughly one serving. So, I'm doing 3 plantains. So, 3 servings. Obviously, a little less, a little more, whatever. As far as servings go, it depends. Are you using it as the main, as a side? What are you using it for? And I'll definitely end up doing some like arroz con gandules, you know, so we get more, you know, other Puerto Rican sides. So I've done tostones, and I'm trying to think, I've done some crab cakes, like Caribbean, Puerto Rican style crab cakes. So, okay, I've got my plantains done. I need to grab a towel real quick. Get this off my hands. Get this broken up here. Okay. So while this is frying, while I'm getting my bacon going and everything, let's take a look at some of the recipes that are coming up in the next couple of days, because we are heading into Thanksgiving, so I got some cool fall and Thanksgiving recipes for you guys. So tomorrow on Facebook, sorry, I'm looking down at my screen here because I got to figure out what I'm doing. So tomorrow on Facebook, for our breakfast recipe, we have some pumpkin cream cheese muffins. This was a fun little one. Everybody at work, I brought these to work. They destroyed them. They did not last. You know, I do my 2 days in office a week, and they killed these, like totally demolished them. And then Friday, back here, so these muffins are on Facebook on Thursday. Then Friday, back here on YouTube, is my, this is crescent roll stuffing, so just a little bit different type of stuffing or dressing if you're not making it in a turkey. Cool little Thanksgiving recipe. I like to do a bunch of different stuffings and have things made different ways, you know, stuff like that. So Friday, like I said, Friday right here on YouTube, another Thanksgiving one to prep you, because what are we getting? Oh yeah, next week is, so Friday you got that. And then on Monday, we have another Thanksgiving one. This is an appetizer that, oh my God, I love this one. So this is a brie and cranberry bread bowl. So it's an appetizer, gets the brie nice and melted down, dip the bread in the melted brie. Perfect little appetizer, simple to make, and again, perfect for Thanksgiving. And I didn't load a picture of it, but my post-Thanksgiving is I'm doing a leftover stromboli. Take all those Thanksgiving leftovers. I know you're tired of eating them the same way and just turkey sandwiches. So on next Friday, you'll get that leftover stromboli. I don't have a picture of it. I am sorry. But that's the next few videos we come in. Do I know why a keyboard? Because when they initially made keyboards, people would type too fast. Well, it's not keyboards, they were typewriters. They would type too fast, they would jam up the little arms on the typewriter. So they had to slow people's typing down by arranging the keys non-alphabetically. But now that we have computers and no longer have the little arms that'll click it really doesn't matter. So, and my phone's going off. It's just my ring motion at the front door, which means somebody drove by. Anyways, there we go. So I got my bacon cooking up. My plantains are cut up. I've got my oil heating on the side over here, just so you guys know. You can't see it right now. But we're going to end up frying up our plantains, but I'm not there yet. I probably should have done some of this bacon in advance. That way we're not just sitting here watching bacon cook. But, and the reason I like to use bacon is because this recipe does use a little bit of oil and chicken broth when you're mashing the plantains. I like to add in a little bit of bacon grease to add that extra flavor. Again, you don't have to use the bacon. I like bacon. I like bacon grease. It adds a little bit of saltiness to it. It adds that, you know, a little bit of oomph. but it is by no means you need the bacon. You could do this without the bacon. You could do this without the bacon grease. You would just use the oil and a little bit of chicken broth. It's fine that way. So, but, and you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to start prepping my garlic. Might as well while the bacon's cooking, right? So let's get this, because we're going to make a garlic paste. Let me switch this back over here. I apologize. Now I have an old school pilon, which is a wooden pestle and mortar. You can do all of this in a food processor, but the stainless steel on the blades will change the flavor profile a little bit. My dad bought me this pilon, and I've always used it for all my like making garlic pastes and doing my mofongo and all that fun stuff. So that's why I've got this out. Again, if you don't want to use a pestle and mortar, if you don't want to do the extra work, you totally can do it without. But I'm gonna grab a little bit of garlic. Let's go here. Let's see. I'm gonna grab like 4 cloves, and we're just gonna get them thrown in there. Just prep them while the bacon cooks. Now, if you guys do want this, I'll throw this out there. All this stuff, like all my Puerto Rican recipes, are in the Easy Puerto Rican Cookbook, by me. Just so you know, I gotta throw that plug out there. Because why not? Gotta throw all that plugs out there. Easy Puerto Rican Cookbook, awesome mofongo recipes in there, plus, 99 other Puerto Rican recipes that you guys will love. So, anyways, like I said, bacon's frying up. Let's finish prepping our garlic and not push buttons. Hey, hon. Maddie is waiting for the live to be over because she wants to watch the show tonight.
Yeah, I figured.
She's like, you're taking up space. I need to watch my show. Are you guys like on the final episode?
No, we finished our show. I was watching your show.
What show are you watching now?
The Rican stuff.
Oh. Everything Sucks? Is that what you're watching?
Yeah.
So who's hosting Thanksgiving and what is your menus? Drop a comment, let me know what you guys are making. If you're having, people over, if you're going somewhere, if you're bringing a dessert, if you're going, or if you're hosting, do you have a special dish that's the kittens are going kind of nuts. They've been playing with plastic and meowing and just having fun. So I got like 4, let's do 5 garlic cloves. That's what I'm gonna do. Again, with the garlic, salt, things like that is completely up to your taste. You could use a little more, a little less, whatever. Okay, my bacon's just about done. So I'm gonna go ahead and drain this real quick because I wanna keep the grease. So give me 1 second. I'm gonna go off to the side. Oop. Shut this off. And let's do this. And then we'll be ready to move on. Okay, so let me move my little burner out of the way here. There we go. Okay, so I have got my garlic in there. I've got probably a couple tablespoons of bacon grease. I'll add that with a little bit of oil and start making my garlic paste. And I don't need my cutting board anymore. There we go. Now I got room again. Yeah, I'm gonna add more garlic so I can get a better paste out of this because I ended up with a little bit more bacon grease than I thought. Not a big deal. But because who can't use more garlic paste, right? smells good. Just bacon and garlic, or bacon grease and garlic crushed together. Smells good. Let's go ahead and get this back so I can get a couple more prepped. I'm not using measurements on this one. I apologize. I'm kind of doing this one just winging it, but I do have the exact measurements. I will update the instruction on this with the exact measurements if you want to like not wing it like I am. But you get used to some of your recipes. You know how it is where you just stop doing measurements and you just start winging everything. Okay, there we go. And now my kittens are messing with my older cat. I'm sure you guys heard that one. Okay, there we go. A couple more cloves. Get this mashed. Want a nice paste. I'll tell you this, so with the wooden bologna, you end up with a lot of these flavors in the wood. So you get some really great flavors out of this. Oh, and I just got it on myself. I'm trying to think, like, do some Puerto Rican recipes for the holidays, but a lot of them take so much, like, cook time. You can't just, because there's, what am I trying to say? There's bake time and downtime that, like, I want to do pasteles or, you know, tres leches cake, but there's so much downtime on those. I just don't know how to do them with, you know, on a live. Okay. There you guys go. So I've got like a nice, I don't know if you can see, yeah, there you go. Like a nice garlic mash in here. Like I said, a little bit of bacon grease, a little bit of oil, and then the garlic. So what I'm gonna do, let me move everything aside and get set for the next part here. Let me move everything out of the way. That's the only thing about cooking on camera. I've got such a small space that is available to the camera that I gotta keep shifting things. And again, if you were doing this without bacon grease, you would just add olive oil in until you get the consistency of your garlic paste that you wanted. Okay, so now I've got my fryer here. And there we go, that's in camera. So what we're gonna do is I've got this heated up to 350 degrees. Obviously you don't need a deep fryer to do this. You can do this. And let me get my garlic out of here into a separate container because I still need my bologna. But you don't need a deep fryer. You can do this in a pan, whatever you want. Just make sure you get the oil nice and hot so everything's frying in it, not just soaking. Let's get this garlic out of here. There we go. And we're gonna take our plantains and drop them in. We're just gonna let them go for a couple minutes. We want them to be lightly browned, so they'll be nice and soft. There we go. Plantains are like super versatile. The more yellow they are, the sweeter they are. That's why I say you want a more green plantain for this, because you don't want sweet. We use green plantains for more of a, yellow plantains for more of a dessert. Because when you fry those up, sorry, shoving bacon in my mouth. When you fry those up, you end up with a nice sweet little dish. And that is a Puerto Rican dessert. Sorry, I got a mouthful of bacon, guys. So find as green as possible. And of course I didn't grab a glass of water before I started today. Yellow. No, yellow's for bananas. Green is for plantains. Well, green is for non-dessert plantains. Okay, those are almost ready. You don't want them overcooked. You just want them nice and golden. So I've got some chicharrones here. If you can't find chicharrones, you can sub in some pork rinds. They're almost the same thing, practically the same thing. So don't worry about that. I know you see the name and you're probably like, chicharrones, what? But you can get pork rinds. It's not that big of a deal. Okay, I let it go just a little bit longer, and these will be ready to use. And then we'll be in the home stretch here. You know what? Let me get a plate. And I got kittens in my way. Because again, this isn't going to be a long recipe, guys. Plantains. Mofongo is a short, quick, easy recipe. I'm having it with just this. I'm prepping it with. But if you make some steak, you can make, some steak. You can use. I've seen it with steak. I've seen it with pork. I've seen it with shrimp. I make it with shrimp, with some extra garlic, a butter sauce, and some shrimp to kind of kick it up a little bit. But there we go. Okay. So our plantains got some good color. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take them, drop them in the pilone. There we go. I'm going to take some of my chicharron, some of this garlic, some of this bacon. I'm going to do it in batches because I don't have a giant pilone. And a little bit of salt. Now I have chicken broth just in case I want to get this a little bit more, a different consistency. So we'll add our little salt in there and then we'll mash. And like I said, I have some extra chicken stock. That way, if I want to change the consistency, I can. So let's grab a little bit more and keep packing this in. Obviously, I'm not going to get them all in here before I have to scoop this out and add, start over. But I'm going to mash as much as I can in here at a time. Give a little more bacon, a little more garlic. There we go. And it doesn't look like I'm going to need the chicken broth because it looks like I'm getting the consistency I want out of this. And I'll get it on a plate in a second to show you guys. There we go. I'm actually going to make it look kind of nice here. So let me, oh.
It smells good.
It smells good, is that what you said?
Yeah.
Grab this. I know you're like, why is he getting that? Because I'm gonna make it look good too. I'm gonna plate it real nice. Oh, I didn't put any non-stick in here first, so I don't know if I'll plate it real nice. I don't know if it'll come out nicely. Let's see. Yep, there it goes. Boom. So there you guys go. I got my mofongo. Look at that. So I'm going to finish mashing up the rest. I'm going to put this in a bowl. Where'd I put my, there we go. And then I'll finish making this, then we'll try it out. But you can see Mofongo is a really quick and simple recipe. Not a lot to it. Okay, I lied. I'm gonna take a bite now. I love Mofongo. Let's go ahead and keep going here. There we go. 2 batches. 2 batches. That's not too bad. Grab some more chicharrones. Oh, the floor is grabbing some chicharrones too. Bacon. My garlic. A little more salt. Finish mashing this together. And what that take us? I mean, honestly, 30 minutes. Not that bad. And while your bacon's frying and all that, you guys can get, if you wanted a protein with it, you can get the protein going. You could be cooking up some rice, whatever you want to have go with this. This one's coming out just a little bit thicker because I didn't have as much garlic paste. So this one I am going to add just a tad of chicken broth to, not a lot. There we go. Oh, I almost lost it there. And there you guys go. Let me spoon this out. Where'd I put my spoon? I lost it. Now you guys can see it makes plenty. So I've got all this. Plus I've got this. Like I said, I would serve this with, you can serve it with a little steak, little rice, whatever you want. Let's go ahead, have some of this. There we go. There we go. Oh, I'm dropping it. Now, sorry about that. I love freaking Puerto Rican food, and this is freaking awesome. You guys are gonna love this one. I was gonna say, so go ahead, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. But yeah, go ahead, like the video, share the video, subscribe, drop a comment, check out my Patreon, consider subscribing for $1. Make some awesome Puerto Rican food. And don't forget, guys, let's go through the videos again real fast. Don't forget, tomorrow on Facebook, we are making some pumpkin and cream cheese muffins. Perfect breakfast. Then on Friday, back over here on YouTube, we're making some crescent stuffing or dressing if you're not putting it in turkey. Cool little twist on, you know, your Thanksgiving stuffing. Then back Monday, here on YouTube also, we're doing the brie and cranberry baked bread bowl, which is perfect as an appetizer. And those are the next few days of the next few recipes coming out. But anyways, guys, that's it. We're done for tonight. It was a quick one, and we'll be back, what, the 30th, right? The week after Thanksgiving. So what would you guys like to see? Drop comments. Hit me up on Facebook. Let me know what kind of recipes you'd like to see on these lives. Like I said, guys, this is freaking awesome. You guys are going to love this one. So we'll see you guys later. Have a good one.